Hopefully now you have a pretty good understanding of the main elements of our group art installation, Pieces of Melbourne's cultural puzzle, in particular my part that includes media arts, maths and the Italian culture in Melbourne. As my individual part was focused on media arts, I included the introduction to kick off the media arts theme. This was mainly just to prove how capable I am at now using media arts and to show off my skills. Now I will further explain in detail the process behind each of the steps you've just seen. Our initial group meeting flowed quite easily. All it took was a short discussion around what elements of music and art we thought could be incorporated to various curriculum areas. We came to the conclusion of dance and PE, music and languages, drama and humans SS, visual arts and English, creative movement and science, and I got the topic of media arts and maths. After this, we worked together and communicated through Facebook and Google Docs, which I will now show you. After reviewing our situational analysis assignments and meeting as a group to discuss what our art installation would be, we decided to use John Dewey's theory of personal understandings and personal expression as the base for our project. This is what led us to adding another element of our sections to the art installation. We decided to use the different cultures of Melbourne as our inspiration, and we all chose a culture we'd like to incorporate. From there, our group work turned into individual work, where we all allowed ourselves the freedom of personally exploring our chosen topics. One of our extra creative group members came up with a great idea of how to present our individual topics as collaborative music and art installation, and from there our colourful jigsaw of Victoria was born. My situational analysis from Assignment 1 showed a significant absence of media arts from the school's art program. This wasn't a surprise to me, as throughout my years of education, media arts has not been prominent. As a result of this, my knowledge on what media arts actually is wasn't very strong, so naturally that was my first point of research. I didn't have to search very far, as the Australian curriculum provided me with a detailed and easy to read description. Here I will show you how I condensed the media arts and maths curriculum into year levels and what could possibly work together. I worked with the outcomes to incorporate both learning areas. What I'm showing you is my chosen parts from both the media arts and maths curriculum documents. I pretty much went through the curriculum with a fine-tooth comb to summarise the learning outcomes for each year level and learning area into a document that I can use for the purpose of this project. This document was crucial when I was creating my section of the installation, as it kept me in line with the curriculum outcomes. This was a relatively easy step, thanks to Google. A simple search of Italian culture in Melbourne led me straight to Lygon Street, also known as Little Italy, the heart of Italy in the middle of Melbourne. Now it's time to think about how I can link all three together: media arts, maths and the Italian culture in Melbourne. At the start, I was extremely overwhelmed by this task, and all I could think about was how different the three topics were and how on earth I was going to combine them. At the beginning of my research for this step, I came across this definition. It states that most definitions of cross-curricular work, also known as curriculum integration, emphasise how combinations of subjects are used within project or thematic work, incorporating a wide range of sources, related concepts and flexible schedules. To me, this definition of cross-curricular work was screaming out open-ended task. My understanding, open-ended tasks allow students to interpret the task in a way that's meaningful to them. Ferguson discusses how rich, open-ended tasks have the ability to cater for a student's diverse levels of knowledge and understanding, and provides an opportunity for a creative expression of answers. I feel that an effective way to cater for this cross-curricular task is to provide a task that provides students with such opportunities. Providing a task that allows exploration can lead to students reaching a point where knowledge meets the unknown, known as the zone of proximal development, a theory developed by Lev Vygotsky. For example, a student may know how to use the basics of PowerPoint, like simple animation. With assistance, persistence, and the right task, they can rise to the zone of proximal development and learn how to incorporate GIF videos, sound bites, voice recordings, and music. Or, in maths, students might know how to use money, but with assistance, persistence, and the right task, they can create a simple financial plan. A well-designed task allows students to meet this point at various levels. Persistence, working together, and discussion and communication are skills that students will use throughout the completion of a rich mathematics task. When incorporating a maths task with other curricular areas such as media arts, and then in my case adding the element of Italian culture, these skills are vital. I decided through research that as an educator I have the responsibility to provide opportunities for students to use these skills through our completion of this art installation task. Each student's path to creation is different, and an open task allows educators to see students' individuality. Another simple step. I just randomly chose a grade, refreshed my memory on the specific curriculum for that grade, and went from there. The Grade 5 curriculum elements I focused on were media arts, plan, produce and present media artworks with specific audiences and purpose using responsible media practice. Maths, money and financial mathematics, create simple financial plans. This resulted in tasks of creating a financial plan for a trip to Lygon Street, and create a PowerPoint describing the elements of the financial plan. For every step of the plan, add some colour and excitement to it. For example, pictures, photos, movies, music, voiceovers, sound effects, the possibilities are endless. Linking back to creating an open-ended activity, I tried to make the two elements of the task as open to perception as possible. For example, variation in travel locations and choice of restaurants and meals, and there is no instruction for the media arts section, simply to include as much as you can. The maths element of the task was to fill in a simple financial plan for a day in Lygon Street. It required some research, for example, train ticket prices, finding a restaurant and a meal you might order, and using an online taxi fare estimator. The media arts was the fun part. I really tested my skills here to find out that, since I have been creating PowerPoints in school, the technology has really developed. Research discusses how creating moving images with media arts subjectively affects the viewer, as they do not have as much time to think and process as they would do with pages of writing. Art within education is rapidly becoming more technology-centred, including internet design. The quotes from the article that you are seeing now I have created with the GAF Creator website, just one of my now many media arts talents that will keep me in the loop with my technology-savvy future students. It's important to support students in gaining the confidence and enthusiasm to participate in our media and digital-rich culture. Through this task, scaffolding and communication, students will learn how to use elements such as animation, adding sound bites, recording voice clips, adding songs, creating GIFs, and editing photos. Again, the possibilities are endless. Elements of media arts, once learned, can be used in all learning areas. A perfect example of this is our group art installation. We all use elements of media arts to create the final product. Another perfect example of how being media savvy is the amount of education through ICT, including computers, iPads, and applications. These interactive learning materials, simulations, and games are all created through media arts. It's not very likely you'll come across a plain, uninteractive app on your tablet or phone that is simply black, white, and boring. Rather, they will be fun and colourful and interactive, in other words, works of art. Research everywhere concludes that today's youth are getting more and more technology capable. Tasks such as the one I have walked you through step by step in this video promote the use of using media to create artwork, rather than simply knowing how to play mindless games on mobile phones. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed and learned from my video. Please see the links below this YouTube video for a link to watch my completion of the financial plan task and to see my references.